If you always have to be with someone when you go out in public, if you never try anything new because you're afraid of making a mistake, if you get embarrassed extremely easily, if you can never speak in front of people, or if you get awkward at the most minor of things, then you need to watch this video. Embarrassment is tiring. The constant worry of what other people think about you, the nagging discomfort of being perceived, the sheer effort of trying to change. But what if I told you building the skill of confidence comes down to you being uncomfortable? Most people will click off this video because they want a simpler solution, because 99% of people actively avoid being uncomfortable. And that's why their life, as a result, is their own personal prison. But not you. You know who you're destined to be. And in this video, I will help you step into the most confident version of yourself by teaching you the right mindset, the right strategy behind confidence, and the embodiment. Section 1, draw your vision. You really want to play with the idea of the ultimate you. Who are you daydreaming of being? Who do you actively look at and think, oh my God, if I could only just be like her, if only I had her confidence, if only I had her posture. Who do you daydream of being? That is the first step, getting clear on your vision. Next, I want you to take pen to paper and draw this vision, filling it in with color, making it really come alive, because those are all the things that help generate those feelings of who we are going to feel like when we become that person. So as you're drawing your vision, ask yourself, what does the most confident you have going on? What does her morning look like? What does her evening look like? What does she do during the day? What thoughts does she think? What does she eat for dinner? How does she spend her weekends? How does she spend her free time? What kind of dates does she go on? How does she talk to the person that she's with? How does she talk to herself? How does she speak in conversations? How does she speak about other people? So take your pen and paper and draw the current you and really just give her labels. What does she think? You know, all those same questions, apply it to the current you. What do you do? And don't lie to yourself. You've got to be very truthful here, okay? And then we're going to make the jump to the ultimate you. We're really casting this vision of who this ultimate you is and everything you want her to embody. And then you're gonna color it in and you're gonna make it all fun and pretty and very exciting. Like, make this like a crafty exercise. It's so fun. By the way, I'm very curious to hear what your ultimate you really looks like. Claim her down in the comments below. Share her with everyone so you're really putting it out there into the universe. Understanding your why. This is why we cast the vision, because we're trying to really understand why you want to be that version of yourself. Because that version of you is going to be the reason why you clean up your habits. Why are you choosing to exercise every single day? Because your ultimate you has a banging body. But ultimate you can't have the banging body if ultimate you doesn't get up and go to the gym every single day and eat healthy. So your why in pushing through that resistance and that uncomfortability of going to start these new habits is going to be the thing that gets you to actually be who you want to be. And that is the number one secret. I'm going to drop it right now. Nobody gets to the ultimate them. Most people don't actually reach these ultimate versions of themselves because when it gets a little uncomfortable, they want to bail and they just are like, this is so boring. Like, I would rather just stay on the couch. I would rather just be comfortable. Then you start to justify why your current version is actually not that bad. Like, she's not that bad. She's okay. Like, yeah, she could have better posture, but her posture's not awful, right? You start to justify why you should stay in this comfortability. And that is why you are really casting this vision and drawing it out and making sure you understand why you are going to be uncomfortable for the next 2-3 months. The second step is strategy. Confidence, in a nutshell, is a skill that is built through pushing through those uncomfortable feelings. So the difference between me feeling confident is me feeling confident. Let that sink in. The reason why I am confident is because I choose to feel confident. I do not choose to actively feel awkward or embarrassed by the most minor of things, the things that don't matter. Being confident is a feeling. It's not just one day you wake up and all of a sudden you love yourself and you're confident and you're ready to take on the world. It's a decision that you make every single day to do the thing. Wear the outfit, dance alone, eat dinner in public by yourself. Despite how awkward and uncomfortable it feels. In my first year of university, my best friend and roommate at the time had to always go out and get my food. I literally could not leave my dorm room, and that's why I failed all my classes and I was put on academic probation, because I physically could not go out there because I was just too chicken to push past the uncomfortability. I literally thought everyone was staring at me and thinking that I was ugly, and all of these really crazy thoughts going on in my head that really made me like debilitated. Like I could not leave that bed. Getting from the version of me that would not leave her dorm room to the version of me that really enjoys going out and having solo dates and eating dinner in public and eating lunch and just vibing out alone in public was a day-to-day thing. It was getting out of that dorm room, maybe walking with my friend instead of walking alone, and pushing past how uncomfortable I felt, and then doing it again and doing it again until one day you just do it without any weird feelings. It's that process that gets you to the version that you want to be. There's a thing called entropy that is quite interesting to apply to your life. It takes zero effort for your house to get messy, your bedroom to get messy, the dishes to pile up, for you to be a slob, for you to not take care of yourself. It takes active effort to clean the house, clean the bedroom, lose the weight, look presentable, put the makeup on, do the hair. That is active energy, and that is why most people do not do it, because it's way easier, it's way more comfortable to just go with the natural disorder of life. That's why when you don't have a solid foundation built, a solid system and routine in your life built, you will always fall back to the easier version of yourself. This rule of uncomfortability in building confidence applies to everything, such as making decisions. You don't just wake up one day automatically being like, okay, I'm ready to make decisions for myself now. Like, oh, that was fun, that was easy, okay, it happened overnight. No, it's you making the decision for yourself regardless of how uncomfortable it feels, of how, oh, I don't want to do this, oh my god, it's so much easier to just ask somebody else. No, you make the decision for yourself. They're actions. Confidence is built through action. So the more action you take on the things you want to feel more confident in, making decisions for yourself, picking out outfits that you like, making the wrong decisions. You know, confidence is also about knowing that, hey, I'm gonna make this decision because it feels right now, but like I know that it could also not go the way I want it to, and I have to be okay with that because I've made the decision. You have to let yourself trust fall onto yourself. Repetition is taking this new thing to an old thing. It needs to become a thing that is no longer new to you. So when you show up at the gym, the first day, it's gonna feel super new. You're gonna be like, how do I work these machines? Are people looking at me? This is awkward. Push past it. You gotta push past it. Confidence is a trait that you constantly need to affirm within you through action. There is no other way to get from who you are now to who you want to be. There needs to be consistent repetition. I will be so truthful with you. The only difference between someone who is confident and someone who is not is how embarrassed they are willing to feel, how awkward they are willing to feel. Here's a mindset to use. Outcome independence. Whenever you're starting something new, have zero expectations. Just be a beginner. Make sure that you're having fun while you're doing it. I think that's where so many people get wrong, and I have been a victim to this as well. Like, I even just recently had a conversation with myself where I was like, let's just make things more fun. You want more money? Like, and this is just a side tangent, by the way. You want more money? Just like have fun with it and just say to the universe, like, I want this much money. Like, I'm gonna call that in. Like, we're gonna have fun with it. Instead of being so like fixated, like, okay, this is the ultimate me. I've got to do this every single day. I've got to do this every single day. It just becomes more of a chore, and you don't want it to be a chore because then you're gonna stop showing up for yourself, right? So make sure that you're having fun and you don't have an attachment to the outcome, and you're just very independent from what comes of this new, version of yourself, this new habit. And that takes me to today's video sponsor, which is Skillshare. I have taken so many classes on Skillshare. I've been using them for the last year now because they are just on another level. The things you can learn on Skillshare is unmatched. On the topic of confidence, we have to talk about skills. I recommend anyone who is building confidence to pour into a skill, not because you're trying to get extremely good at this thing. Like I said, outcome independence. not putting pressure on yourself. You're not doing this or building a skill so that you can say, I am so good at this, and like you're putting it on your resume. You're doing it because you're pouring into yourself. You are pushing yourself past what is comfortable for you. Learning a new skill is a great way to push through that uncomfortability. Show up every single day and try something new. I've taken classes on so many things that have been very daunting for me. One of those classes being video editing. When I first started my YouTube channel, I had no idea how to use the keys and make it go faster. I had no idea what to do, like at all. And so taking those classes helped me push past that resistance and that uncomfortability to build now the skill that I use to make a full-time income. So taking the time to learn and practice a new skill is where a lot of your confidence is gonna lie. Skillshare is the largest online community with thousands of classes led by industry pros from design, from productivity, from film, from drawing, and so much more. Learning something on Skillshare is really gonna be the cherry on top to your confidence journey, and use the rest of the summer to really get good at this thing. And you could be really rolling into fall being the most confident, ultimate version of yourself because you decided to learn something new. To get started today, use the link in my description box. The first 500 people to use my link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Again, that link is in my description box, and thank you again, Skillshare, for sponsoring today's video. Third is embodiment, and what we're gonna talk about is quite a big topic that I'm not gonna cover all in this video. If you want more on this embodiment phase, go check out the Feminine Protocol. It is my membership, and you will be able to manifest whatever you want in there through this type of identity work. Okay, so embodiment is gonna be you really stepping into the energy, the frequency of the person you want to be, the ultimate you. So when we're playing with this idea of the ultimate you, she's gonna be on a different frequency. She's gonna have a different energy that she's exuding because of her thoughts, her emotions, and her nervous system, right? She's on a different program than what you are currently on. And so the biggest thing around building confidence and stepping into this embodiment is releasing the shame that has been programmed into you and that you're carrying with you. The reason why a lot of people feel awkward and uncomfortable and embarrassed when they're starting new things, when they fall, when they make a mistake, when they mess up in a sentence, when they're talking in front of people, maybe they have something in their teeth, they will carry that with them, that shame, that awkwardness, like, oh my God, I cannot believe that happened to me, is because it's rooted in shame. There's this deep, subconscious, energetic feeling of shame around who you are. And when you are shameful of who you are, you will not be able to reach the next levels of life because it's just the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and shame is at the bottom. And so that's why so many people quit, because they don't like feeling uncomfortable, because feeling uncomfortable reminds them of the shame that they have within themselves that they're carrying. Again, this is a huge topic that has so many layers, but it's just something I want to bring to your awareness that you might be feeling resistance and all of these different blocks in becoming the ultimate you and getting into that confident version of yourself because there's a lot of shame circulating. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out the Feminine Protocol. And if you want to take your learning to the next level by learning about your micro versus macro self-concept, watch this video next.